I finally have all 3 batches of Larceny Barrel Proof for 2023. If you want to know which is the best release for 2023, stick around. We're about to find out. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways Plus Plus. Somehow I managed not only to get all 3 in my area, which is a miracle, but I also happened not to drink any of them before today. Why do I do that to myself? Why do I make myself suffer this way? Well, it's all for you guys.
Everything I do it for you.
I don't want to have any prior favorites or be influenced from any previous pours. So I will do this blind for the first time. Of course, because I'm doing this, I will be sharing all of these because sharing is caring.
This is the way.
So stick around and find out how you have a chance to win yourself a blind sample of this Larceny Barrel Proof 2023. Both Larceny and Elijah Craig release an A, B, and C Barrel Proof batch each year. And each year these are highly sought after, always producing some great stuff. I already did a blind on the Elijah Craig releases, so if you have not seen that, I will leave a link for it right here. My outcome was very different than most reviews out there. Even I was surprised. Need to check that one out.
I was surprised. I don't like surprises.
Larceny Barrel Proof releases still taste the same way John E. Fitzgerald once did, uncut and straight from the barrel. No 2 barrels age exactly the same, and this is why each and every release of Larceny Barrel Proof has its own distinct flavor and proof point. Let's get a little bit into these bottles. Larceny Barrel Proof Batch A123. The release date was January 2023, age 6 to 8 years, no finish. Mash bill is 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley. It comes in an ABV at 62.9, making 125.8 proof. Distillery is Old Fitzgerald, and its MSRP is $60. Larceny Barrel Proof Batch B523. The release date is May 2023, also age 6 to 8 years. There is no finish. Mash bill is the same, 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley. This one comes in at a 62.2 ABV at 124.4 proof, also distilled at Old Fitzgerald, and MSRP is also $60. Last release of the year is Larceny Barrel Proof C923. This was released in September 2023, age 6 to 8 years, no finish. Mash bill also 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley. This one comes in at 63.2 ABV, making it 126.4 proof. Distillery is Old Fitzgerald, and MSRP is also $60. As you can see, almost everything is the same except for the release date, ABV, and proof. I have all 3 poured in front of me and I'm letting it out. I'm gonna mix them up and then mix them up again so that I can actually do this blind. I will taste each one, give a few notes, then taste again backwards, but that time I'll fast forward, not to bore you.
Are you bored of me?
At the end, I will rank each one for my palate. As I mentioned before, anytime I do a blind or review, I will be giving away some samples, and I'll tell you how to win some samples later. Talking about a giveaway, I'm close to 1,000 subs, and when I do hit that, I'll be giving away all 3 of these E.H. Taylor bottles to one lucky winner. Make sure you are subscribed to have a chance to win. I've already started mixing up these samples on the side there. I'm gonna keep mixing until I don't know what is what. I already don't know what is what, but that's okay. Let's just keep mixing just in case I don't know, so.
Any guesses on which is which?
Wife is not here. She normally does this for me, so I don't have to do this part. So she normally pours them out blind for me. So wife, miss you, appreciate you. So let's get started. As I said, I'm gonna start from left to right. Then I will go from right to left. When I do that, I'm gonna go left to right pretty quickly, just kind of giving some information as I go. Then when I fast forward to the back, I will cleanse my palate between each one so I can have a better ranking. But let's get started on the fun part. So this first one, nice, good color. Smells very nutty.
It's a bit nutty.
Pretty good proof on that too. I felt that a little bit in my nostrils there when I took that first whiff. A little bit of vanilla, a little bit of oak, but that seems to be, you know, you get that on every bourbon. But a little bit of nuttiness. Let's go in for that taste. Good taste, very oaky. A little bit of that burn, a little spiciness up front. Quickly hits to that oakiness to the back of my palate. Not too much in the mid palate on this one, but good start. Let's go to the next one. It looks pretty similar in color. Sticks well to the glass, has some nice legs on it. Oh, this one smells a little bit more sweet, a little bit more vanilla-y. Didn't hit my nose as much either with the alcohol part, but I think maybe by doing this one, it kind of already got me used to it. Of course, the vanilla and the oakiness, but just a little bit sweeter than that one. Oh yeah. This one hits the palate very different. A lot more flavor coming through, and I don't know if it's because It's the second one in my palate acclimated, but a lot more sweetness, a lot more honey. You do get some nuttiness in there, and of course that oakiness at the end. Just not as oaky as this one. So interesting. Let's get into that third one. Oh, is this a little bit lighter? No, pretty similar. Might be a tad bit lighter, but not really. Also has some nice legs on it, sticks to it. Legs are running right now.
Run as fast as those chubby legs can go.
Okay. Wow. Considering that they're all 6 to 8, all same mash bill, very different on the nose, each one of them. This one's a little bit more candy-ish, more like a vanilla brulee kind of smell to it. I'll go back through that again. Let's go in for that taste. Definitely comes across the palate differently than it smells. I thought it was gonna be sweet. It wasn't as sweet as this one. More oakiness on this on the backside than I even thought, because it didn't smell as oaky as that. Covers from the front to the back. This is the first one that actually covers the tip, the middle, and the back. And now I'm starting to feel a Kentucky hug. So I wonder, is this one, which one? I think C is the highest proof, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so I wonder if this one is C, because it seems to be a little bit higher proof than the other two were.
What an idiot!
I don't know. That's why we're gonna go through this again. I'm going to drink backwards, fast forward to this, and see you on the other end.
Fast forward.
Okay, so I went through them again pretty quickly, back to forward, rinsing my palate out between each one, kind of going between each one again, then jumping between them, trying to give them a ranking. All very good pours. I mean, all are very decent. They're a little bit hotter than like when I did the Elijah Craig. These taste a little bit hotter than that, but still lots of flavor with it. Let's get to it. Let's see what my rankings were. So in third place for me was this first one. I kept going back to it, just I wanted to make sure that it wasn't because I tasted it first and all that, but no, has a little bit of a musky taste that keeps, you know, it's a little bit bitter. That stays on my palate. That's what actually pushed us back out of the winning. Little bitter taste just stays there for me. I don't know what it is, but it just kind of stays there. So for third for me is A. I'm not sure how other reviews are going and which one's coming in first, but I think one of them had mentioned that A was actually a pretty solid pour. It is, but I don't know if that was the winner for them. Between the last two would be B and C, and for me, the winner is C. C is the winner for me. Okay, that means B was actually a second place. So for me, it's C. CBA, C being the higher proof, but just, I mean, even though it was a higher proof, it didn't drink like the higher proof. I felt like this one, I think, drank the higher proof, but it had a lot of flavor, and the flavor just kind of stuck there and didn't, you know, just stayed there kind of through the whole palate. A little bit sweeter. It tasted sweeter than it smelled. It's very even from front to back. You do get a tiny hint of that bitterness that you get in that on this one, but it doesn't stay very long. It goes back pretty quickly. So tell me what you think. Have you tried all three? Have you ranked all three? Do you think, what is your favorite pour out of these three batches? Talk to me in the comments below. Talk to me. And if you haven't tried any of these, well, here's your chance to win some samples. First of all, click that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm, helps me move ahead faster so I can get to those 1,000 subs and give away that great giveaway. Also, in the comments right below, what is your favorite barrel proof pour that you've had up to date? Whether it's one of these or something else, just let me know. Also, if you can do me a favor.
Do me a favor.
If you can share my video, for some reason YouTube likes that. They like that a lot. So just share my video with just one person. If whenever one of you shares it with one person, that's a huge favor for me. So I really appreciate that. Out of the C proof, I'm gonna be making old fashioned. I'm excited about that. And I'll be making that pretty soon. I need to figure out, okay, how do I highlight this? And I'll have that coming out very, very soon. So look forward to that video. Thanks again for joining me on another journey down my bourbon rabbit hole, or should we say larceny rabbit hole this time. Till our next journey, my friends. Cheers.